End of freaking artsy montage. We just made it here to Thomas Greene Park, and we're about to get a very low effort, minimal skating sesh. As you might know if you watched some of my previous videos, I spoke about how I hurt my back, so I'm still kind of dealing with that. So I wanted to see if I could come here and, you know, like I said, get a very chill sesh. I picked this park in particular because it's mostly flat ground, and if I do feel like popping a little bit more, I can kind of pop onto that tiny little manual pad right there. So it's going to be, you know, very minimal impact. And I figured I could maybe do some little like manual challenges here on this like insanely open flat ground area. So hopefully it doesn't agitate my back too much. I did notice that there was a little bit of discomfort when I kind of tried to step on my board quickly, like kind of like run to get on my board when I was on my way here. So we're gonna avoid doing that, and hopefully we can just have a chill little time here. I don't really know what the topic of this video is. Maybe I'll figure something out along the way. All right, interesting little story. When I was on my way here, I ran into these dudes on the train. Well, I didn't really run into them. They kind of came up to me because they saw me filming, and I guess they wanted to see what I was doing, and then we started talking. Turns out they got YouTube channels and Instagrams and all that ish, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the description down below. So we got to talking a little bit, and I ended up telling them that I hurt my back a couple of weeks ago, and then one of them reaches in his pocket and he pulls out this little CBD thing. I guess this is like his personal one, and he was just like, here bro, have it. Like, so I'm definitely gonna put the CBD rub on my back right now, see if I notice anything. It might not be something that I notice right off the bat, but I'm definitely gonna keep applying it to my back and see if it does anything. But if you do want to check them out, their information is gonna be in the description down below. So I figured that the first couple of things we should do is maybe do some flat ground manuals across this little circle here in the middle of this basketball court. So let's start off with the very basic manuals, manual and nose manual, and then maybe do switch nose manual, switch manual. Let's just freaking do it, stop talking.
Even when I'm way too drunk, still wanna go see.
I think that was it. It probably wasn't like the best. I might have actually dropped the nose down a little bit early, but like this is actually really embarrassing. Like, that's something that I should be able to do right off the bat without even trying. But now let's go ahead and try a switch like nose manual, I guess. That's like, we're not popping here. This is very low effort, like I said before, but let's see how embarrassing the switch nose manual is. Alright, so the switch nose manual was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be. I think that that's probably about all the tricks that I could do on that, just like that. So why don't we try to do like a nose manual challenge, see how long I can do a nose manual for. I think that might be kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna start on that line right there.
Hope you like my music taste, hoping that you're emo too. We should get drunk tonight, listen to the Smiths in my room. Oh, our lives are such a drag, but at least I still got you.
So I put this big cone barricade thing, whatever you call this thing, I put it right here to mark where I got. That was like the furthest one that I did. But my goal was to nose manual across the entire basketball court from that line that I was starting at. And I freaking did it. I really thought that was gonna take way longer, so I'm really stoked that it didn't. I know that some of you might be thinking, oh, that's not even cool, like that's not even that hard, but like, dude, holding a nose manual like is kind of hard sometimes. I think it's hard, and I don't really care if anybody else thinks it's hard or it's easy. I'm stoked on it. I wouldn't say that it's progression because I've probably held a nose manual for longer than that, but it's definitely cool that I haven't skated in a couple of weeks and I am kind of injured right now. So it's cool that I was able to at least set a small goal and accomplish it, because that's what life is all about, setting small attainable goals for yourself that you know you can freaking accomplish, and then it gets you closer and closer to the bigger goals that you want to accomplish. For example, the switch nose manual and the switch manual, very small goals to accomplish, but now I feel a little bit more comfortable to be able to pop that trick onto a ledge and actually do the manual across. So in a way, everything is connected. Also, took off the hoodie because it's not even freaking cold. It's literally like, I don't know, like 48 degrees or something right now. It's pretty wild that it's freaking like almost the middle of January and it's this warm in New York City. Come on guys, you said it was gonna be cold. It's not freaking cold here.
When I'm all alone tonight, I will be dreaming of you.
All right, so now let's try what I like to call some spinny flippies.
Oh, our life's such a drag that I'll take with you.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that really freaking shitty one because I'm spending way too much time on a big flip and my battery's gonna die. It's been like 20 minutes. Hell no, this is crazy. I'm gonna move on and I wanna see if I can do a back tail on this ledge because I usually do that when I come here. I wanna see if I can push myself to do a trick that I usually do, but a trick that's a little bit more advanced. So maybe you'll see a back tail, maybe an hour-long battle again, but whatever.
Oh, our life's such a drag that I'll take with you.
So I really quickly want to talk about injury and whether or not you should skate if you're injured and how to skate if you are injured and you still want to skate a little bit. So once you initially get injured, I would say take at least a week off depending on like how you feel. Maybe 2 weeks if you really need to. If you have to go to a doctor, go to a doctor. I'm not against that whatsoever. But for example, I don't think that it was necessary for me to go to a doctor for my back injury because I've injured my back in the exact same way before. And I ended up going to the doctor and ended up being absolutely nothing. So with that being said, I think if you know your injury pretty well, then you can just treat it at home, you know, rest, ice it, whatever it may be. If it's your ankle, put your ankle up and you know what I mean? Like do the stuff that you would usually do. Unless there's like some insane discomfort and you can't do like everyday activities, then that's when I would say go to a doctor. So I've been resting it. I haven't been skating at all. This is the first time I skate in like 2 weeks. And if you do end up skating eventually and you're still kind of hurt, take it super chill. Have low expectations and don't be like me and start trying like difficult tricks because it's not worth it. You know, just take it easy, chill, do very like low impact tricks. I know that I'm being a very bad example right now by not doing any of those things except like resting for a couple weeks, but don't do as I do as I say because I know what is the right thing to do. I just could not stay cooped up in my house any longer. I had to come skate and I'm kind of glad that I did because now I noticed that my back injury is getting better, but I still should take the rest of the week off and see how it feels. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And for those of you who haven't seen George on the channel in quite a while, George will be back in a few days, so expect to start seeing George again in the videos. I cannot wait for this dude to get back home. We're gonna freaking crush it. We're gonna skate. We're gonna freaking make videos, and we're just gonna have a blast hanging out together because it's always a fun time hanging out with George. Hopefully the weather stays how it is. It hasn't been too cold lately, so hopefully weather is good and we can keep making videos and skating as much as possible. But guys, with all that being said, I'm freaking done for today. I'm gonna go home and rest and ice my back and just take it easy and watch some Netflix. But yeah, so I will see you all on Friday for another freaking video. I'm gonna say goodbye now because we're done here. So peace out, guys.